No. Hi, it's Heather with another installment of R-Rated Reviews. And I was like 5 minutes into it, and the stupid phone closed, and now I gotta start all over again. It's been that kind of week. I'm gonna review garden hoses for the third fucking time, and I hope I get through it, because it's getting dark again. If I had this information a year or two years ago, I would have saved myself hundreds of dollars. So, I'm done with the soaker hoses. I took the 2 flat green ones out from last year, plugged them in, they exploded. I threw them in the trash. Then I opened up a Gilmour. I'm gonna go get it. So help me God if this thing shuts off. Okay, this is the Gilmour with slugs on it. This is their hose. And some dickhead put electrical tape on it and fucking returns it like that. So when I plugged it in, it came off. Now, in his defense, I don't know, maybe he bought it broken and wanted to return it, but maybe tell them. Or maybe he broke it and tried to hide it. But either way, I would have said something. So this hose is shit. So I'm over the soaker hoses. I have one more that's brand new. I think it's AquaJoe. I'm not even gonna try it. I'm gonna give it 2 points. I have one monumental garden. So I have to have a 4-way valve with all the hoses. I'll show you. That's my old piano. It's now a planter. It's a pretty big garden. And there's a lot of shit in here. I had to expand it across the driveway. And I'll show you that one in a little while. This one's gonna be dedicated just to my brother. So this is my brother's garden. And the one across the way, I'll show you that one in a little while. So I had to buy a 4-way valve because my 4-way valve broke yesterday, or 2 days ago. And the valves wouldn't shut off. So I bought this one. Ace had it for $37, and I was like, I'm not paying $37. So, because it was Gilmour, like the broken soaker hose. So I bought the Expert Gardener at Walmart for $14.97. If I have to buy one every year, I don't know if the $38 Gilmour is going to work any better. Based on their hoses, probably not. So I have to put it in zones. We have well water. So apparently TJ's concerned we have to go dig a new well with how much water I use. Okay, whatever. So ZeroG is obviously one of the most reputable hoses out there. It's a fiber casing. They're fantastic. I keep calling them zero gravity. They're ZeroG. They're very expensive. This is a 25-foot hose, and it cost me like $50. Now, I have had it for 2 or 3 years, but I also keep it wrapped up and I don't let anybody touch it. So it hasn't really been used much. I did have one burst. I bought a commercial, heavy-duty garden hose from Home Depot last year that when I turned the faucet on, the side wall split wide fucking open. First time using it. So I'm done with those. But I was there last week. I thought, let me stick with ZeroG. So the ZeroG is expensive, but they're really good. Now, I found a much less expensive alternative, which is this fiber casing one from AquaJoe. Now, AquaJoe is much cheaper. They're just as sturdy, in my opinion. They're just as sturdy as the ZeroGs. And there are differences in them. The one downside to them is that they don't have a valve, a shut-off valve, on the end of the hose. So you'd have to go running back to the house. Although this ZeroG also doesn't have one on there. I did buy an adapter. I have that here. I bought this adapter. I think this is also Garden Expert. I'm not sure. This may be at Home Depot. These are like $5 or $6. Oh wait, there's a name on it. No, there isn't. There's just a circle. Unless you guys can read that. There's nothing. I can't see. I'm old, so I don't see anything on it. This is $5 or $6, $4 on clearance. You just attach it to the hose, and then you have the shut-off valve. So, the one hose I would definitely not buy is this one. Now this is like, it's the blue and black one. And I'm going to show you why in a second. Turn that one off. Turn this one on. Now I read the reviews. And this is a 25-foot hose. I read all the reviews when I was buying it. And all the reviews said, this is not a 25-foot hose. It's not a 50-foot hose. It's like 5 feet short. And it's only close to the length it's supposed to be when it's fully extended. I said, let me try it myself. It was cheap. It's exactly like the reviews say. As soon as you hit the nozzle, it fucking yanks you back. It shrinks up and stretches and you're fighting with it. You literally have to fight with this hose. So now I just turned it on, and this whole snake-like hose came out. But I'm gonna turn the sprinkler on. And when I turn the sprinkler on, you'll watch this hose shrink right back up. Except, is that hose off? That's off. It's on. Why is nothing coming out of the sprinkler? Oh, there's a valve on the end, I think. All right, I'm gonna try to set the camera up so that you can watch this hose jerk like a snake in a circus. Ready? It just shrunk up. Now, I'm gonna keep this one because I've had it for a while and I'm only using it for like 8 feet. So even when it shrinks, it'll still do its job. But I found one the other day that is like 100-foot long hose, and I used it to stretch across the driveway, and as soon as I turned the sprinkler off and the hose wanted to empty, it yanked the sprinkler out of the ground and shot like a ricochet across the yard. I'm lucky I didn't get hit in the head. I'm taking it back, and I'm going to show you that one, because then I'm going to show you my favorite hose of all time. And it's cheap. Where is that piece of shit? Hold on. Now, just be careful that you don't make the same mistake I did. This seems like a really cool hose. It comes in a carry bag. It's this color. Don't buy these colors. There's something about them. This is brand new. In this package comes a hose holder and a really nice nozzle, and I can always use an extra nozzle. The nozzles come with angle shower, mist, center, flat, cone, soaker, full. It's a lot, and they're decent. The problem is, this hose I thought was the same as my favorite hose. It seemed like it was from the same seller. I thought it was the same brand. I don't know if the color makes a difference. It shouldn't, but something is different. This one is going back because this is the one that shot like a ricochet across the yard and yanked the sprinkler out of the ground. I got it from Walmart, and the reason it's called E-Zone. That's the only other difference. See how this has 2 pull strings and it says E-Zone? Do not buy this. Do not buy this. Buy this. This one is my favorite hose. I have 2 of them. I got one on clearance last. I'm going on my 2nd season with it. And I'll tell you, TJ parked his fucking Tundra on it. On it. While it was on and I was in my greenhouse. I'm like, where'd the water go? I cannot believe it didn't burst. It is the all black hose. This is also a 100-foot hose. It has a valve shut off on one end. It also comes with the hose holder. And it also comes with the trigger nozzle, which I already took out of the bag. I'm using it. 2 years I've had this. Now this is one of those stretchy hoses. It doesn't shrink at all. When you're using it, it stays the same full length that it is. When you shut it off and you want to empty the hose to shrink it up and put it back in the bag, it doesn't really shrink that much. Very little. I mean, it's not like that pocket. It's not going to fit in your pocket. It is a 100-foot hose. It's 100 feet of hose. It stretches quite a bit, but when it shrinks, it just sort of goes like that. It's got to be 75 feet when it's not in use. I mean, so it doesn't shoot like a ricochet, a slingshot across the yard. Now, these are going for $50 for 100 feet on Walmart.com. Only the black one. I've tried like 5 or 6. I'll show you the one I have extended. They're normally like $50 or $60. I got one for $25 on clearance last year. This one, this year I saw it. I wasn't waiting for clearance because it was out of stock at one point. I bought one for $50 because it was that good. I swear by this hose, especially since TJ parked his Tundra on it today while it was on and it didn't burst. Now, I had the slingshot one. That's the one I had going across the driveway last night. I switched that one out, put it in the bag, and then I put this one across the driveway. But I am a little nervous because we have a circle drive. My truck and trailer, TJ's truck, the Jeep, my dump truck. Oh, by the way, I want to show somebody my dump truck. It's Christine. There she is. That's my dump truck. 85 Chevy C30. I call her Christine. I've never named a car. That's Christine. The bitch won't die. Knock on wood. I hope she doesn't ever die. She's a badass truck. So, I bought one hose from Home Depot on clearance like 2 weeks ago. I had no need for this hose. Don't know why I bought it. Probably because it was like a $150 hose on clearance for $30. This is the most industrial hose I've ever seen. So I switched this one out from across the driveway for that one. I'm also going to dig a hole with like a trench with conduit, and a good enough size conduit that if I have to replace it, I can yank this big, huge bitch out, because I don't want this orange ugly hose going across the driveway. I kept the label. It is a contractor farm. It's 100 feet, 500 plus PSI, 3,447 kPa, and high performance burst strength, octagonal shape for high kink resistance, ideal for professional and agricultural needs. So it's for farming. Those people are badass. They can't put up with some wimpy shit. So I'm going to show that one to you. I'm using that from the garage out to my valve. That's this orange one. It goes all through the garden, and it's ugly, but it also goes all the way across the driveway and into the garage where the faucet is. So I'm gonna trench it across the driveway, not because I'm afraid it's gonna get driven over, but because I'm afraid it's ugly. Then the AquaJoe hoses. So the ZeroG hoses are great. Those are the fabric ones. I'm gonna show you AquaJoe now. ZeroG did burst once. I like AquaJoe. I mentioned before, I can't remember which video I'm on at this point and what features I told you. AquaJoe does not come with a valve. There are no shut-off valves on them. But I like this one better because this slides back if you need it to. Ugh. Oops. It's gonna make a liar out of me now. Ugh. Come on. Yeah, anyway, it won't work. This slides back. It's almost like a socket. So you can actually just screw the metal part on by itself. But if you need to use this as a handle, you slide it up, it fits in the same octagon shape, and you can screw it in. Look at this. This is my farm. I don't know what's leaking. My farm hose wasn't screwed on all the way. The other AquaJoe I have has a nice handle on it. What the fuck? Has a handle on it, but it doesn't slide up and down, and you have to screw the metal on. So neither of them have the shut-off valves. You can add the adapter to it, but the ZeroG that I have also doesn't have valves that shut it on or off. Now I've opted for the second hose to go across the circle drive to this garden that is in the making. This is my stepson's garden. And I put it across the way, but that garden got too crowded and I wanted him to have his own space. I wanted my brother to have his own space. So this is my stepson's garden that I'm working on. I put the the AquaJoe across the driveway because just like the ZeroG hose, it has a fiber jacket, but it flattens out completely when it's not in use. And it tells you when you first open it, stretch it out its entire length and then turn it on. Don't turn it on all coiled up. I don't know why. I'm going to follow those instructions because I spend so much money on hoses. They have a great fiber jacket, but look how flat they are. When I turn it on, it pops up round, just like a regular hose. And I'm not afraid to have somebody drive over that when it's not in use. So, taking you over to the nursery now so I can show you that black hose that I love so much because I use it to water all my plants. It is stretched from the garage. I have a double valve in the garage. One goes to an AquaJoe that has an AquaJoe sprinkler for the nursery. And then the other one is that black hose that is for watering the plants that I love. So there's my little nursery. There's my AquaJoe sprinkler, just goes back and forth. It's pretty cool. I'm not doing sprinklers tonight. This is the nozzle and the hose. The black one I told you I absolutely love. It's just fantastic. It doesn't shrink up. It just stays the same size. See, it's in a pile. It does not whip you across the yard. It stays the same length. And I just water everything as I need to. This is the handle it comes with. They sell these for like $15. And it comes included with a hose holder. So that one's actually off because the orange hose is turned on. So I was able to get all that water out of there. And I thought the faucet was on. It wasn't. That is the best hose The people that work for me go nuts because I'm like, don't touch that hose. Don't break that hose. You can use it, but be careful. Don't get it caught on anything. Don't wrap it around rocks. It got wrapped around a rock last week and it didn't break. And that one is like one of those stretchy. It's not a fiber jacket, but it's like the loops. Hold on. I'm gonna turn this one back on, turn this one off, and turn this one on. And look, it just stays the same size. I mean, it's stretching a little bit, but it wasn't yanked against the wall. And I just don't like the ugly orange hose stretched across the driveway. So now that other one, the water is on. I'll show you its pressure. It's a fantastic hose. Let's see, where's my nursery? Turn this up. Here we go. So it's got flat, center, cone, full, mist. The misting one I use for polymeric sand when I'm putting patios in. And then jet. I use the jet when I need to release root-bound plants to get the dirt out and get them loosened up. And then back to shower again. Oh, I almost got the phone. So, AquaJoe good. ZeroG good but expensive. AquaJoe's good, but you need to buy a valve for it, possibly, if you have a need for it. This black hose has no brand. I don't know what brand it is. I have to go searching through Walmart and I just look for the 100-foot stretchy black in a bag with a hose holder and a faucet. No idea what brand it is. I bought 2 of them. I love them. Do not buy that. Don't buy the stretchy one. E-Zone. Don't buy E-Zone. And then don't buy the one that's like the blue and brown or blue and black. Don't buy them. They suck. They absolutely suck. The commercial farm one seems like it's going to be good, but I just opened it, so I have no idea. If someone drives over it tomorrow and it bursts, I will definitely let you know. Soaker hoses, just stay away from them. I think that was all of them. I like ZeroG, but it's expensive. If you guys have questions or comments, please feel free to leave them. If you want to hit like or subscribe, I lost somebody today. I guess they didn't like what I had to say about, maybe they were just someone who was under 40 and butthurt, but I can appreciate my language was probably not, it wasn't very tasteful. It's been that kind of week. So if you want to hit like or subscribe, I would love that. Have a great night.